Hey guys, back to work on the Datsun here again tonight. We got a door left, 2 fenders to do. The hood's away to body shop right now, getting a dent pulled that was just a little deeper than I was comfortable filling, and I wanted to get it pulled out properly. It was right on the edge of the hood, so I wanted to look good. So yeah, we're just gonna keep rocking tonight. So everything got wrapped so far. Wrapped up the roof last night. Gonna do this door probably next, and you know, as we stated, it's not perfect by any means, but nonetheless, it's starting to really look sweet. Nice to finally see the car all in one color, or well, not all in one color yet, but at least be able to see some of it in one color. We still got some interior left to do, obviously, on it. Lots of cleaning and detailing, and then this piece right here as well. But yeah, we're just gonna set up some time lapses for you and just get going tonight. I'd like to get that door wrapped and get the, if I can get that door wrapped, get the windshield in, maybe the door handles, etc. back on, and see where we're at from there. So hey guys, just want to show you a little trick here for when you're doing these doors without taking off your fenders or doors or whatever. You got to figure out how to tuck this edge. So just a little tip, you just hit it with some heat and you start to see it wrinkle up there, and then you pretty much just put your hard card in and just bend it back and just try to get a good seal. When you're on the corners, you can start it with your fingernail and just get it wrapped around that edge, kind of like that. Keep in mind, this isn't the perfect, best way to wrap a car, obviously. I mean, having everything apart and doing really nice on the back and all that. But as I said before, this car's like what, 48 years old now. So it ain't gonna be perfect. This is just a temporary until the car gets paint from somebody. So yeah, just a little trick for you. That's pretty good. Not quite perfect, but anyways, we got the door wrapped up, and kind of give you an idea there, and did the piece obviously along the bottom of the door. So I think now I'm going to attempt to get the windshield in, and once I have the windshield in, I'm going to do the piece that the sill here that sits above the wiper cowl, I guess it's called. And then yeah, and then I can reinstall the inspection doors, and then it's just the fenders left and really reassembling doors and stuff. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. And yeah, if you guys want to see anything about the car or up close or whatever, comment on this video. I'll make sure to do it on the next one. Hopefully this looks better. I'm shooting it on a new camera, so alright, there we go. This is kind of how the seal works. I thought I'd show you guys all the edges to it. So this is kind of the outside edge that sits on the very outside of the car. This is the one that just sits in the channel inside. This is what forms your first kind of outer rain seal, if you want to call it that. And then this is the one that actually sits on the inside of the car. So the pinch weld of the panels goes along here. And what you do is you run rope in here so that when you get it in the car and you pull on the rope, that bends that over the edge of the frame. So there's lots of videos on YouTube of this, so it's not like it's anything new, super common how to put glass on. But I'm just going around right now. Maybe I'll do a time lapse. I'm just pushing the seal onto the glass, which is actually pretty hard. It takes quite a bit of force to get it on there. So after that, we will come over here, and essentially, yeah, that rubber lip sits on the inside here of this, and right here as well. And yeah, we'll I might get it just set there to see how everything looks tonight, and then I'll get the rope tomorrow and we'll get this get the glass in, and then next up, this trim piece here. So Alright guys, back today. Finally went and got some rope, and it's actually a much nicer day, warmer day too, so might be a little easier to do this in here. But yeah, essentially what I did is just tuck the rope all the way in, starting in this corner, and going all the way around that way, and then this we'll put inside the car. I'm going to start on this side just because I can get into this door a little bit easier. So the rope will go in through here, and then yeah, I'm just going to get a little bit of this stuff cleaned up, make sure that all the stuff along the top is nice and tight, and then yeah, I'm going to maybe get a hand pushing on the glass for me while I'm pulling on the rope on the inside, and we're going to pop this glass and see how she goes. So hey guys, just want to show you one more thing. I was about to put the glass in, and then I remembered that this dash was pretty like faded, kind of. See if I can get a focus in there. It's kind of grayish, not really very black. You can see right away where it transitions. I've just been, it's a product I've used before that I've found to work pretty good and last quite a while. There it is, Blackwell Pro. And it's not just like your standard lasts a week type thing. And it won't get rid of all the grayness, but well, you can kind of see the difference. Obviously this is uncoated, and I've just got a quick wipe on it, but you scrub this in really good, and man, for like a quick, you know, I think this bottle is maybe 20 bucks, and this will easily, if this car is like sitting inside, will last forever kind of thing. But yeah, it's just something to kind of, I thought, I better do it quick before I put the glass in, because it's just going to be harder to get up on this line once I put the glass in. So won't get rid of everything, but you guys can clearly see the difference in the color there. It's and it's just, that's just one quick wipe. So I just thought I'd do it. I had it sitting here, and at least whoever ends up getting this car, the dash looks a little better. I mean, the best way is obviously to replace the dash from Hung Vu on the Datsun forums and stuff. Sells replacement dashes that are literally OEM equivalent texture, quality, if not better actually probably than OEM. So that's the way to go for anybody that wants to replace it. But since I'm just selling this car, for this, just a quick little wipe, I'll go over it one more time, and then yeah, I set up some clamps here. I just Super 77 spray adhesive the vinyl, just trying to keep it nice and tight. I mean, I'll have to adjust it after I get the seal in, because the seal is gonna kind of catch on this. Probably should replace that vinyl on the inside, but I don't really want to do that, so I'm not going to. And then yeah, just got the glass here getting ready. So once I finish doing the Blackwell on all this, yeah, we'll these should be good enough to hold that, and we'll Alright, well, the windshield's in. That went fairly smooth. It's definitely a bit of work to get it in, not bad. I just used glass cleaner around the outside to kind of give a little bit of lube. I had some other stuff that was like more like a rubber gasket lube, but it leaves a bit of a mess, so I was avoiding using it. Had Lily help me and we got it in. The only thing you gotta watch with this, I'll see if I can get a shot of it, is this seal. Make sure you go along and pull it tight, right? And then same thing out here. You'll see. Make sure you try to get this to focus. Make sure you pull this tight too. Like you'll see here, I pulled it tight. And if you watch down here, it's gonna move a decent amount. So make sure you go along and push it out to seal that way, because there's more glass inside the seal than you actually think. So you want to make sure there's no gaps anywhere like that. So yeah, man, it's been like a couple years since this thing had glass in it. So yeah, here you can probably see where it's kind of pulled out, but then come along here, pull the rest of this out too. Push it nice into the corners, and especially up here. I think I'd mentioned before in the video, this is actually a really nice fitment because I made this corner deeper in. Usually the actual corner of the car, if it was factory welds and everything, still would be a little bit worse. So push that all out, and then yeah, you just got to go along and clean up the glass. I'll get the trim piece in up there, and then I'll have to do all the chrome trim. And I've never done the chrome trim. I took it off this car. I took it off really nice, no bends or nothing, but I don't know how easy it's gonna go back in, so that'll be an interesting one, but stay tuned. I'm gonna show you guys one more 50/50 here. So this is this is the piece that goes above the windshield. Look at that, how grayed out, faded it is. Looks pretty bad. I just hit it with Ep6, also like an all-purpose cleaner. Mixed it maybe like 50/50 in that bottle I think I got. You can run it stronger, it doesn't really matter. And I just scrubbed it off with a brush, and then I hit it again with the black wow. And wow, I mean, pretty much speaks for itself. But this is metal too, this isn't even plastic, and it's still, I find it works really good to do these grains. I think this bottle is leaking or something like that. Something just dripped there, but I guess I might as well show you guys. I haven't APC'd this side yet though, so don't want to go too far, but yeah, you can just see the difference there, and it's dry. This isn't like a greasy, you know, like not gonna come off. So anyways, yeah, there's what it is. So I'm gonna get that done, and then hey guys, I just wanted to show you the little trick I came up with for doing these vents. I've never actually done these, even though I've wrapped quite a few cars. I've never actually had to do something with these on. They're not the easiest, so I was a little worried about it. They're still not perfect. I don't think you're ever going to get them. They're just too tight, and it's kind of too much of a drop down, but this is about the best we're going to get them looking. I think I was afraid I may even have to paint this piece or something, which wouldn't have matched, wouldn't have looked good, but what I found worked best, I thought I'd just go through it with you. Kind of run your finger along so you can tell where they are, and then take your knife and just cut essentially down the middle. Pretty much right to the ends, but not quite, because you actually want to fold that in. So you essentially just cut them all. And then what you're going to do, take your torch until they wrinkle up, a little bit like that. Give them a second to cool down. You don't want to hit these when they're too hot. And then here's kind of the technique. You push your hard card in like this so it gets tight, and kind of wiggle back and forth a little bit, and then wiggle it forward, backwards like this, and then pull it out nice and slow. And that's going to give you that. So I'm going to set this camera up so that you guys can maybe watch me do one. Let's just get this focused in. There we go. So remember, heat them until they get a little bit wrinkly. Cool them off, and you can do more than one at a time. In, a little bit of side to side, forward and backwards, out. In till it's tight, a little bit of side to side, forward, backwards, out. And what you'll actually find, or on my piece in particular, they actually aren't the same spacing. You can tell because when you stick the card in some of them, it's a lot stiffer. See, in the outside ones always seem to be bigger, so I actually caught the vinyl. So that just seems to be on all the outside ones. So just use your finger to get it started, and then kind of come in at an angle. Come in at an angle. And then what I was doing is just like hitting them to kill the memory. Hit them with a lot of heat. Give them a second to cool, and the sides tend to stay down, but the ends might lift a bit, and just go in and give them, sorry if I'm not covering it, give them another little push in all the ends. And it wouldn't hurt to leave this piece off for a night, and then come back and do this one more time on the corners. And that's about as best you're gonna get. You can still see a bit of silver. Very, very slight amount on the inside, but I mean, I'm happy with that. That's the best I'm gonna get. So yeah, there you have it. There's a little pro tip for how to do that. And yeah, that's that piece, I guess. Oh, we got this left. This is pretty easy. You just give it a little bit of a cut. And then just wrap this around. Trim off the back side. It's actually a little boot, I think, that goes on this wiper anyways, so make sure you get rid of the Alright, so let's just get a bit of a look what this is going to look like, if ever so roughly. This thing's kind of tight to get in, so I'm not going to actually put it in because I don't want to put it into the... Alright, I was getting ready to put the windshield cowl and everything back on, and then I realized that it's going to be way easier to do these fenders with all that stuff off, because I got to obviously do like in here and stuff. So I took it all back off, and I guess I'll try to get the fenders done so I can at least reassemble that. I'm pushing my luck on the fender. The fender is literally 59.8 inches. And the roll of vinyl always comes in 60 inches, so I didn't want to have to turn it and then lose like 20 inches on the top, because it's about 43 inches from the furthest point here all the way down. So we're gonna be like a little bit short by the time we wrap this edge a little bit, but I think it'll be close enough that I can heat and pull it right here. So not something I would prefer to usually do, but in the essence of saving some material, I think I don't know. I got enough here for probably a few screw ups, but I know the hood might take one or two pieces if I don't get it exactly how I want it the first round. So anyways, gonna do that. I think I can push it. If not, well, if I run out of vinyl, I'll have to buy more vinyl. But anyways, I'm gonna prep this panel up. We'll throw it on time lapse, and let's bang it out. Well, sometimes things don't go according to plan. This is actually my second piece of vinyl. First one's on the ground, and I just blew through this one, so I was pushing my luck trying to think that I could stretch it that far. I'm really pushing my luck now because I'm going to be getting very low on vinyl since this is the second piece, so I'm going to try to cut off when I can here and save it to do the headlight buckets and things like that, but yeah, it's not looking like I can make this fit on 60, so. Alright, I laid it out long ways now, 60-inch high, and then I cut off all the excess, got it over there, so I tried to save as much of this as I can. But yeah, it just gives me that little bit extra here to work to. I'll be able to lay this down cleaner as well, because the other issue I had before was, because I'm trying to stretch it so much, you just end up getting marks in, and the vinyl doesn't look as good, so. Alright, third time's the charm, boys. Alright guys, there you have it. Kind of got one whole side done, got the screws in the hatch and made sure that it's working properly. Probably could use a new actuator, but it does hold it up. It's actually quite a bit of force to get it down. All latches up good. And yeah, man, there's how she looks. So I guess I should close the door. And yeah, still got the interior door panels I'm gonna put on, and still got that fender left, but it's coming together. We'll check in with you guys soon.